Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at Bomb Warrior post-nerfs Rise of Shadows edition. So I was predicting the Bomb Warrior would be good after the nerfs in Rise of Shadows, but I struggled with the archetype a little. I went through several iterations of the deck and eventually I landed on this one, and I think this is now the thing. I feel very comfortable with this deck. It seems like a great deck, able to take on the more aggressive decks, able to challenge control warriors. Just a very solid deck that can challenge the wide variety of archetypes. And the way I ended up building it, this carries the rush package. So there are two town criers in this deck. And most bomb warriors with the rush package, they have two town criers, then they have two militia commanders, and then they have Ziliacs. But I'm not very happy about that, because with 3 rush minions and 2 tutors, you often end up in positions where your tutor doesn't actually draw anything. So I wanted to have 4 rush minions, and I put in Darius Crowley into this deck. But I find that Darius Crowley is a nice fit to Bomb Warrior, because as a Bomb Warrior you're a little bit more aggressive than a Control Warrior, so having Crowley come, kill something small, start growing, it's a threat that needs to be answered, and you like having threats. And it adds a little bit more consistency to Town Crier's drawing cards, and in the current meta, in the non-rogue meta, it's no longer so important to draw exactly Militia Commander, that you can easily afford to have 4 rush minions in the deck. I found Darius less influential in Control Warrior, because Control Warrior really doesn't care about Darius being a growing threat, but it fits much better into the Bomb Warrior archetype. As for the bombs themselves, the gist of the deck, there's Augmented Elec to double up your bombs, Clockwork Goblins shuffle some bombs, and Wrench Calibers shuffle some bombs. I experimented with Seaforium Bombers to have the full bomb package, but eventually I decided against them. They were just a little bit on the slow side. Whereas the remaining bomb cards, you can hold on to these so that you can pull off a turn where you play Elec, Goblin, Wrench Caliber, so that you can shuffle 4 bombs within a single turn for 10 mana. So you have some leeway on how you use this. You typically want to use some of these early, you can save some of these for late. You can also drop stuff like 1 Augmented Elec on Curve as a 3-drop, 3 mana 3/4. It's not a bad minion, so when you're facing aggressive decks, you can use that to challenge the board a little bit. And you generally want to have some bombs in early, so that you also power up your Blastmaster Boom, because Blastmaster Boom is a pretty good card. And then you can save some bombs for later, especially in these sort of control matchups where you might be facing stuff like Elysiana, that can just take away the remaining bombs from the deck. The deck also runs its own copy of Elysiana. I've seen builds with Azalina instead of Elysiana, requires a little bit of element of surprise. But I still prefer to run the one and only Elysiana. One copy of Elysiana means that you can go for a very long game against Control Warrior if you fail to gain the early tempo. There are basically 2 ways that you can beat Control Warrior at Bomb Warrior. One is that you can gain a lot of early tempo, and that allows you to pressure, and then they will just die before Elysiana ever becomes an issue. And the other way is that you go for a very long game. If they don't get to do double Elysiana, they will go to fatigue at some point, and then you have that 4-bomb shuffle, for example, to do at that point. So you can deal a lot of surprising damage, and then you can win in fatigue. The deck also packs just about the full assembly of removal pieces. There's Shield Slams, there's Warpaths, there's Omega Devastators, great card once game goes a little bit longer, also potentially usable for tempo. 4 mana 4/5 is not a bad minion. There's a pair of Brawls, pair of Dynomedics, and my secret weapon, the 1 copy of Super Collider. I really like Super Collider in Warrior in the current meta. It's obviously great against Mages. Mages drop some big minions on the board and you Super Collide them together. I find this much better than the Big Game Hunt for that purpose. And also Super Collider is good against all these decks that are really going wide. Token Druids, 2 Warlocks, stuff like this. Once you have your Super Collider up, you can use that to remove 2 minions every turn. That means that you will be able to remove their boards pretty effectively with stuff like Dynomedics or Mega Devastators, instead of always having to have Brawl or Warpath to answer all the threats. So overall, I was very happy with this build, and I had great results with it. As for the mulligans with this deck, you're always looking for your Town Criers. Town Crier, get that tutoring going, that's always great. Other than that, it starts to depend a little. If you're facing something like Mages, you want to hold on to Super Collider, you want to hold on to Brawl. Same applies if you're facing these token decks. And against token decks, you also want to hold on to a Warpath. If you're facing other warriors, for example, you want to get Elec, Goblin, Wrench Caliber. You start off with these more aggressive tools and try to go for tempo. And in these slower matchups, Dr. Boom, Mad Genius is a great card. Blastmaster Boom is also a great card. Just going for that tempo plan. If you enjoyed this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And now, let's go take a look at Bomb Warrior in action. Maybe I need to hold on to Brawl. I'm a little bit uncertain. I mean, who's the aggressor? Am I the aggressor? I might be the aggressor too. What? Let's see. First game of the evening. Ooh, a Secret Keeper Reno. Well, then I might actually be the defender. If this is a pure Secret Hunter, and it's not that huge value Dire Frenzy build. Okay. Cool. We be chilling then. Ooh, Town Cry is such a beautiful top deck. Alright, alright. I'll play some cards. So far so good. I'm always hover. So, no idea what it is. A freezing trap? I mean, I could hit there and double Warpath. If there's no freezing trap. To wipe this board. Still not triggering rat traps. I mean, if it's like snakes, I don't even mind. But it was the freezing. And in that case... I believe I want to kill the Huffer. Now let's take down the Huffer. I think this is fine. I have Dino-Medic for next turn, maybe. And I got rid of that secret so that he can't get something like a Masked Contender out there. Now that could be a problem. Let's see. I'll try to attack into that, see what happens. Nothing happens. No snakes. Well, if there's no snakes, then I'll just Dino-Medic that one away. No snipe either. So explosive misdirection rat. Those are the options. Okay, cool. Now we have a little bit more information. So that's a marked shot. Okay, we're getting... But he decides to go... Why do we go with deadly shot instead of marked shot here? Not completely sure. I mean, I have a bunch of options here. I could use Wrench Caliber, attack phase, see if there's an explosive trap, for example. I could develop some minions on this board. Wrench Caliber is fine. Doesn't trigger misdirection, but I get rid of an explosive trap if there's one. So, any potential misdirections are, of course, misdirection rat trap. So I can't get rid of all the secrets, which means that Masked Contenders and stuff like that are still possible to play here. I'm able to build a little bit of armor. Well, now it was taken away from me. Let's see which one I can pick up with this one now. Ziliax. Well, I can't play it here, so I do want to kill that one. And hero power. Okay, 8 cards in hand. Cool. So, misdirection or rat trap. I'm at 14. That's the marked shot. I already knew there was a marked shot in hand. I know there's currently no freezing trap, but if there's another secret played, it could be a freezing trap again. Although I have seen one freezing trap. Okay, I think we're playing some Clockwork Goblins here. It seems like a decent idea to me. Let's play a pair of Clockwork Goblins. They don't trigger a potential rat trap. Put some bombs into that deck. Misdirection is still a threat. Would he be able to kill 2 Clockwork Goblins? Possibly. At the marked shot. Well, if he discovers a marked shot from marked shot, that's one way. Oh, discovers a deadly shot. Okay. So I didn't get to keep a minion on the board that I could magnetize Celiax on. What if he has Unleash? I mean, if I play Blastmaster Boom and he plays Unleash and Kill Command, that's lethal. So I can't really play my Blastmaster Boom here. I think I need to discover just one mech now. Another Clockwork Goblin? Maybe, why not? Clockwork Goblin seems fine. Let's play that. And hero power again. Just trying to take it easy. Trying to get to a position where I can maybe magnetize my Celiax onto something. But now that could be a freezing trap. Or that could be a freezing trap. Or there could be snake traps. Oh boy. And there can be those misdirections and things as well. Well, well. So freezing. Yeah, all the traps are available. Snipe. There could be a snipe. But if there's snipe and freezing, that's a pretty scary combo. If I play like Darius, Darius gets frozen. No, Darius gets sniped. Let's check the snipe. There is a snipe. And if there's also freezing. I think I need to do it like this. He has used both 2 deadly shots. Well, one of them was discovered. So by now there is almost certainly going to be a freezing trap. But I do like Dr. Boom. Do I use hero power first? Yeah, might as well. And then the Dr. Boom. I think 2 health is more important here. Discover mech. Losing the Discover mech hero power, of course, is a little bit annoying. Okay, so I'm at 19. There's probably at least freezing trap. Freezing rat. Well, lots of secrets. So it's difficult to say. If he plays Zul'jin, Zul'jin will cast Deadly Shot. If he plays any minions, then I could play Blastmaster Boom and Rush. No minions, okay. Wrench Caliber. Triggering Explosive Trap. Potentially triggering Misdirection. But the moment he finds Zul'jin, this one just dies. It's not that easy. I might just equip a Super Collider. And wait. Tough. As long as he doesn't play anything, he might at some point have enough reach. As long as he doesn't die to the bombs. Yep, he's looking for that reach. He could have Unleash. Misdirection, but there's still the possibility of the freezing trap. No snipes. I think I'll wait. I'm unsure about this though. This might be incorrect. Here comes the Zul'jin. So Zul'jin is going to cast 2 copies. Oh no, it cast Huffer. It's going to cast 2 copies of Deadly Shot. There was a freezing trap. Oh no! He also managed to get that hero power to my face. That was pretty good. Well, Markchart at least is going to kill off the Huffer. But that means that I will have nothing that I can rush into.
I'll never tell.
Now I will. So... what if he has an Unleash? I know there's Rat Trap, but I suppose it's always Blastmaster Boom here. One of these is going to get frozen, and then there's also going to be the Snake Trap, so I will have ample targets to rush in these bombs. So we start rushing in the bombs to play around Unleash a little bit. Didn't get to rush more bombs. Too bad. Okay, I'm at 12. He has Explosive Trap and Rat Trap left.
Got something to hide. Got something to hide.
Explosive and Rat Trap. Okay. Oh, Omega Assembly is an interesting card. I mean, I do need to kill these. I don't think I can hit them with my Super Collider. Let's see what the assembly gives me. Not a whole lot. If I play 3 cards, the Rat Trap will trigger Explosive and Rat. I'll tap there. Trade this one in. Ah, not what I wanted. I guess it's just a boom bot then. Boom bot over there. Boom bot over there. Boom goes face. I know I take some damage. I can also hit face with the Super Collider. Okay, I'm down to 8. I have seen 1 kill command played. But another kill command might be enough. Oh, and a random secret. That's tough. 9 cards in hand. What kind of mech can I discover? Nothing great. I guess we're just going in for more bombs. What if there's a misdirection though? If that's a misdirection that I hit into my own Elec, that would be bad for me. So then I have to shuffle just 1 bomb. It could be another Explosive Trap too, of course. And now I have played 1 card this turn, so I can still play another. It could still be a misdirection though. I don't want to play another. So Unleash the Beast cannot be combined with Kill Command and Hero Power, but any cheaper beast could be lethal here. Well, this is 1 off. So getting pretty close. Okay. He will have to draw a bomb next turn. And I can't play Augmented Elec because there could still be a misdirection that would kill me. So here we go. We shuffle another bomb. Sweeping face. There are 6 bombs in the deck. 6 out of 15 for me to win the game. Do we win the game? We do win the game. Phew. Let's see. I might still die. Also depends whether he runs Antonidas or not. And all sorts of things. What does he have there exactly? Yeah, that can be done too. But that of course requires that you find the cards. So is this like a Dragon Mage? No, Conjurer Mage, the slower variant? Because he doesn't look like he's in a hurry. I mean, I have my anti-mage tech card here. Super Collider. It just doesn't help that much if there's grave horrors instead of giants. I would really want to avoid using the coin yet. I mean, the Eleg isn't that great. But I think I'm playing it. I think I want the tempo. Let's just play it out there. See what happens next. I didn't want to throw away a militia commander. I didn't want to spend the coin. I didn't want to just play nothing. Loving some Darius. I think this is coin worthy. I'm going to coin this Darius out there. Use that to kill the Sandbinder. So I get a 6-4 out there. But I can push a little bit more face damage. So far so good. Now he has Mana Cyclone or Mountain Giant, guaranteed. But he can't do Giant and Conjurer's Calling, not yet. He could go for some kind of Mana Cyclone turn. He could freeze up my stuff. Ray of Frost is a thing. When you just need a turn. If he has like double Ray of Frost, he could use the first copy so that he would be at 10 cards next turn, so that he would have the mana to do the Mountain Giant thing. Or he might end up doing this. Is he going to have weapon removal in that deck? I don't think he will. How certain am I of that? How certain am I that there is no weapon removal? Because if I suspect that there could be weapon removal, then I don't want to play the Super Collider. Because it could be removed potentially. If I think there is none, then Super Collider is a fine card. I think this is Celiac's turn. Let's drop that Celiax out there. I don't expect mind control decks in a deck that runs Arcane Intellect. Well, yeah, there is the point that he can't really use Harrison. Here comes the Conjurer's Calling. Do you get taunts? You get 1 taunt, but I have a 1/1. So this goes rather beautifully anyway. Equip the Super Collider. Tank that. Pow! 1/1 trades away the Giant. Wow! And these are hitting face. So far so good. We got rid of the first Mountain Giant and the first Conjurer's Calling. Are you going to do it again? He's going to do it again. I don't think that's going to help you. But then we're in a Warrior Mirror. And those are not the strong suit of this deck. Especially if my opponent can bounce the Elysiana. I mean, having 1 Elysiana gives me some kind of a chance. But if they can bounce it, then that's just going to hurt. I'm seriously considering coining the Eleg. Because what's he going to do about that on 3 mana? Shield Slam is the only thing that kills it. I thought Bomb Warrior had the advantage against control. I'm not so sure about that anymore. I'm coining the Eleg. Let's try this. Is Warrior still impactful after Rogue nerfs? Yeah, Warrior is really good. Especially Control Warrior. Right now statistics are saying that Control Warrior is the superior build. I mean, I can trade the turning rower away, right? If I leave it up, next turn he can play a militia commander, for example. But he can't magnetize onto this one yet. I think I just hit him in the face. I don't think I'm trading yet. He can militia commander the Elec. Sure, you can do that. But how good is it really? I can wrench caliber this now before he can magnetize on it. Sure, he might have weapon removal. Who knows? I get some bombs in the deck so that my Blastmaster Boom is likely to be pretty good. He probably has weapon removal. He seems like a control warrior type. But has he drawn weapon removal? Oh. That's an interesting approach. I don't think I mind. Now with the Dino-Matic draw though, I could just clean up this board. Not give him the initiative. I think I like that. Towncry is uncertain about doing it. Well, if I hit there's still 6 health, so I have to hit both into the Doomsayer if I want to clean it up. I think I'm cool with that. Let's do that. Let's do that and shuffle a 4th bomb. Server HS replaces Bomb Warrior is clearly favorite. Well, how do you get those stats on HS Replay at the moment? Because there are no post-nerf stats from HS Replay. I mean, you can get deck win rates, but every time you go to look into class win rates, you don't get the post-nerf data anymore. You could have played Dino first and see if you could have gotten away with only trading one of the two. No Twisting Silence, there was 6 health on the board, and I wanted to kill them both. I also wanted to kill the Militia Commander, and this is 5 damage. If I played this first, there was a chance that the Militia Commander survives with 1 health, and then it can be used to hit into my minions. That would have been much worse outcome. I really didn't want that to happen. Let's kill that one off with some face. Don't want to only kill the Doomsayer. Well, yeah, Doomsayer was more important, but I really didn't want the position where the Militia Commander then survives and hits back. And I suppose this is Blastmaster, right? If I don't play the Blastmaster now, then when am I going to play it? Blastmaster time. He just used the brawl. Does he have tools to beat this one now? He has no armor at the moment. He has already used 1 shield block. Warpath doesn't kill this. He might have Warpath and Execute. But can't do double Warpath Dino-Matic either. So he really needs to have something Execute now, or a Big Game Hunter. He did have an Execute. Okay, that's pretty sweet actually. Lots of people are running Execute now. I've been a little bit surprised about that even. Well, if it's not Dr. Boom Mad Genius. Let's go, Dr. Boom. Let's go. And Towncry to tin my deck as well. Loving it. He has 4 bombs in his deck too. So currently he's at a really risky zone. That one can give him a bunch of armor. I hate that. Let's see what kind of mech I can pick up. Well, Clockwork Goblin isn't a bad mech. Do I go with just all the Clockwork Goblins here? I actually think I will. And kill off that one. He can keep the Dino-Medic. That might give him a platform to magnetize Celiax or something, of course. But now there's 6 bombs in the deck. But he's nowhere close to the point where he wants to use Elysiana. And he doesn't have his boom, so he cannot rush his mechs. Those were some really quality mechs from the Omega Assembly, of course. Well, there's a Devastator. The Devastator can kill the Security Rover, so he gets only 1, 2, 3. We still need to start with the Assembly. My own Security Rover. More Clockwork Goblins too. Spark Drill. I actually like the Spark Drill. Oh, I like the Omega Devastator. Let's devastate. Kill this. Kill this. Do this. Play another Clockwork Goblin. Get a 7th bomb into the deck. Because he's nowhere close to wanting to play Elysiana. So really can't deal with, he has to just wait if he happens to draw the bombs. There's not much else that can happen here. That's the 2nd Warpath. He's able to get some armor though. He's up to 23 now. Okay, I want to draw, I want to find more cards. Playing my Security over there, I believe. He can have another Omega Devastator, of course. To kill this in a single sweet hit. 1 more random mech left, and 4 other cards. Still has both Shield Slams left. I don't want to use the Wrench Caliber yet, right? Or wrong. Because there is the alternative that I use Wrench Caliber later. He has a Brawl left, but no more Warpaths. But this is my last bomb generator. What if he just... yeah, I can't... I need to have more bombs for later. But I actually think I'm going to go with some Warpaths now. Let's go with Warpath. Warpath. Hero Power. This will trade. This will go face. I think I like this. He has no more Warpaths left. He has 1 Brawl. If he has found that even. So... dealing with a whiteboard can be a problem for him. He did find the Brawl. Okay. So now both Brawls, both Warpaths, everything has been played. $13. Do I have lethal? So I would have 5 plus 3. 9 to the face. It's not quite lethal now, is it? Can't turn this into a lethal. But I think I will use the Wrench Caliber here. Get another bomb into the deck. Just punch a lot. I mean, 1 bomb draw is still 1 off. He has 6 bombs in the deck. 1/3 of his deck is bombs. I have no more bomb generators should he replace his deck. Oh, Azalina, but there are no playable cards on this turn, so that doesn't help him. It had its moment when people were playing the Elysiana builds and they were not anticipating Azalina at all. But here, of course, the point of it is still the combo with your Elysiana, yes. But once people know that you're running Azalina, they can counter you every time. It was only good when the first people played it. No one knew it was coming, So they were able to play less cards for mirrors, because Asalina was the only card they needed for mirror. They didn't need to use multiple card slots for the mirror. But as soon as the word is out, and people start to know that okay, this is a thing, then it loses its effectiveness. Plot Twist Warlock is a bad archetype. It doesn't have nearly enough support. But I suppose this one is probably not going to be a Plot Twist Warlock. This is probably going to be a 2 Warlock. We'll see. That's why I kept the Brawl. I mean, he kept 3 cards, which also kind of indicates 2. Because any non-2 deck would generally find hard to find that many useful cards to keep. A bit subscribed. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. That set was really good. Double mirror image, splitting image. Just a lot of stuff that I really couldn't deal with. But I really also cannot deal with this now. Well, I have that Brawl coming, so Brawl hopefully saves me. Hopefully Brawl can save me. We'll see. Not the time to war, but I think it is an elect turn. We'll just get something on the board in order to answer his stuff. Then we'll see what happens with the Knife Juggler. Okay, that gets another 2 knives. But this one does have 3 attacks, so even if all the knives hit perfectly. So he has 2 lackeys now. I would have made that trade for him anyway, so didn't really matter. I'll probably just warpath this board down. And he has 2 lackeys there, but it's such a great board to brawl. I even get a 0-3 taunt on the way. You shouldn't play Saronite Taskmaster in 2, by the way, that is the lowest performance card in the deck. I'm surprised how many people... I was really skeptical when it was announced, and other was like, this is the best card ever. And I was like, no, it's not. The effect is so much worse than Zombie Chows. And time has proved that this really failed. Oh, that's a nice Dino Medic. Kills my free agent, but just enough to wipe the entire board. Beautiful. There goes that board. Now, he could of course have the carpet and a pair of 1-drops here to kill this. Then I can't quite kill the carpet. Ooh, soul firing, that is generally not a great idea. I don't like many of the decisions that have been made here. But anyway, so now we're killing that one and getting myself another 0-3. Here comes the carpet. We're going for a ride. There are no bombs in his deck either. But we're playing the Mad Genius here. Get some armor, get some hero powers, give my mechs rush. Yeah. I mean, that Soulfire really didn't look like it was going to be worth it.
The light protects me.
Okay. Is that all? Well, Omega simply isn't online yet. I could obviously brawl this board if I wanted to. Let's see what I can pick up here first. Ooh, a Dino Medic. It might not be a board clear though. I have the option to use it next turn. I think I'll just brawl this one. Let's just limit the incoming damage for the time being. Limit his ability to function. So sure, he got to keep the Knife Juggler, but he lost the carpet. And this means that he can't get a Sea Giant on this board. That was an important consideration. In 2 turns I have the Devastator to kill Sea Giant. This turn I did not. That was the key thing in my mind. So 1, 2... Then he would get all the juggles. 1 over here. That's got to be the way, right? 1 hits here. 5 health on the board. Dino-Medic. Kills up all of these at the same time, so Juggler does not trigger. And then I can just trade away the rest. Yeah, I think that was a well-navigated turn. That went like I wanted it to. And from here, I mean, he hasn't found his farm yet, so I don't think he can do it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.